Good morning from Disneyland. I am Melissa with Mix and Some Magic, and today I am here to show you how to start your day at Disneyland if you are not rope dropping. So rope dropping means getting to the park extra early, being inside the park before it even opens so that you can be front of the line and start riding on attractions as soon as the park officially opens. And rope dropping is great. It's seriously so great. But sometimes you just can't make it happen for whatever reason and you show up to the park a little bit later, and that's okay. You can still have a great time. So I am here, it's about 8:30, the park's open at 8, so I totally missed rope drop, but it's still gonna be a super fun day. There's still a lot of value in coming in the morning, even if you don't make rope drop. So let's go. I'm going to show you the order of rides that I like to do if I'm not rope dropping. I am going to be starting the morning over in Adventureland, and it really doesn't matter where you start your park day as long as you're not doing Peter Pan or Rise of the Resistance. I'll put a link to a video I did about that up there so you can check it out. So don't rope drop those two rides, don't hit those two rides first thing in the morning because you're just going to be wasting your time. But really anything else is fair game and great. So decide what's most important to your family. If your family's like number one thing they want to do is Space Mountain, then go start over in Tomorrowland. Or if you have younger kids and you know they're gonna love Fantasyland, Fantasyland is a great place to start your park day. Or you could head over to Toontown, that's also a great place. I'm gonna be starting in Adventureland. I love to ride Jungle Cruise, but it gets long, or like later in the day, the line gets long. So I like to do it first thing in the morning and check that off my list while the lines are really, really short. So let's go ride Jungle Cruise. I'm gonna be timing all of the rides, the wait times, I mean, so that you can see how long I actually wait first thing in the morning. Well, not first thing, but in the morning.
Look at all of them. Look at all the babies. How sweet. Feel free to take as many photos as you like. They all have their tusks on.
Normally I would next head to Indiana Jones, but Indiana Jones is closed for refurbishment, so no Indiana Jones for me today. But it's a great time to do Indiana Jones first thing in the morning, especially if you don't have Lightning Lane multi-pass to use later in the day. Then sometime in the morning is a great plan. So I'm gonna skip over Indiana Jones and head over to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Love Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. That is one that I like to do in the morning, just in the standby line. And then if I have Lightning Lane, I like to ride it again at night because it's so much fun once it's dark too. So that way I get to ride it 2 times. Morning. Next up is Haunted Mansion. It says a 13-minute wait time, but that means it's like basically a walk-on. Haunted Mansion doesn't ever go below 13. That's the same as other attractions. When they say 5 minutes, Haunted Mansion will say 13. So I got my timer going. Let's see how long I actually wait. The first 2.5 hours after the park opens in the morning are the lowest crowd times, which makes coming in the morning so valuable. That's why people love being here early, because it's not as crowded. You can get on a ton of attractions with a shorter wait time. So that's what makes it so valuable. But you'll notice the park's open at 8. You'll notice about 10:30 the crowds really start to build. So if you decide to sleep in and don't come to the parks until 10:30, then you've missed the best time of the day to get on more attractions. So I like to be here earlier in the day. Even if you're not front of the line rope drop, it's still worth coming. like I said, I showed up about, I think I got into the parks about 8:20, and I'm having a great day. So now I'm heading over to Critter Country, Bayou Country, name change, and I'm gonna go on Winnie the Pooh. I've got it right here behind me.
Happy Wednesday!
I am right here by Tiana's Bayou Adventure. The line right now is super short, but I am not gonna ride on it because it's a little bit chilly this morning and I don't want to get wet. But if it's a warmer day, or if Tiana's Bayou Adventure is high on your list, riding it in the morning is gonna give you a really short wait time. I've got the train going over me. Or if you ride it later in the evening, it's gonna have less wait too. So I'm gonna walk by the sign right up here. It will tell us how long the wait time is, but let me show you the line right now. There's really nobody in it at all. Yep, it says 5 minutes, so great time to ride Tiana's, but keep in mind you will get wet. I have been here for about an hour and I have been busy getting in some fun attractions while the wait times are low. So let's see, so far I have done Jungle Cruise, Big Thunder Mountain, Haunted Mansion, and Winnie the Pooh. Indiana Jones is closed, or I would have done Indiana Jones too, but it's closed for refurbishment, so that's not happening today. But I love being here earlier in the morning. I didn't get here in time for rope drop, which is fine. I'm still having a great time even though I didn't hit rope drop because the crowds are still really low first thing in the morning, and it's the best time to hit as many attractions as you can before things get crazy. So I think next I'm gonna go on Pirates and then maybe try to squeeze in 1 or 2 more rides before it starts feeling busier. And then I'm gonna need some breakfast. I'm starting to get hungry. Luckily I had a granola bar at the hotel before I came over. That's holding me over. One thing you can do to really set yourself up for a good morning at Disneyland is to either eat breakfast before you get to the parks or have like a little snack on your way to the park and then eat a later breakfast after you've hit some of the attractions that you wanted to do, check some things off your list in the morning. So like I had a granola bar on my way to the parks this morning, and then when it starts to get busier about 10:30, then I will go and have breakfast. But if you show up to the parks hungry, then you're gonna spend 45 minutes eating breakfast, and that's 45 minutes of really low wait times that you're gonna miss out on. So either eat breakfast before you even get to the parks or have a little snack, something to hold you over, and that will really set your morning up to be very successful. Let's do a little crowd check. It is about 9:55 in the morning and you can see people are starting to show up. It's much busier than it was an hour ago, but luckily I got a bunch of stuff done already, so even though lines are starting to get longer, that's okay because I already checked a bunch of stuff off my list when lines were short. I know I talked about eating breakfast before you get here or waiting until a little later, and the same goes for your morning coffee. Get it at the hotel or wait until later. I can't believe how many people show up to Disneyland and then go wait for 40 minutes in the Starbucks line to get coffee in the morning when they're just wasting all of those low ride wait times to stand in line to get coffee. So if you need that morning fix, get it at your hotel before you get here so that when you get here you can just hit the ground running. Toontown is an area that gets super crowded in the afternoon, so I am here to check off a few rides off my list before it gets super crazy. The wait times are still not going to be really high about now. People are just barely arriving to the parks, and a lot of people who are just getting here are going to want to go on some bigger attractions like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Space Mountain and Matterhorn. So that means back here in Toontown, the wait times are still pretty low. So that's why I'm here, try to check some of these rides off my list right now.
Holy smokes, Roger! We've been there!
All right, next I'm gonna do Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Says it's 5 minutes, not bad. All right, there we go. It's just after 10:30. I was able to get 7 attractions done in the last 2 hours, which is pretty amazing. I did Jungle Cruise, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Haunted Mansion, Winnie the Pooh, Pirates of the Caribbean, Roger Rabbit, and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is pretty amazing. So feeling really happy about all of that. And I've checked a lot off my list. So if you aren't able to rope drop, then it's okay. You can still have a great morning at the parks, even if you don't get here at right the crack of rope drop. The crack of rope drop. That's like the crack of dawn, but the crack of rope drop. Oh man, this has been fun. Thanks so much for following along. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss my next video.